Upon starting the program, the login screen appears. The user can be either the client who is the organizer of the Cricut camp or one of the players. Each user will be directed to a different page depending on the credentials. For the organizer, the username is username and the password is password, which is saved directly in the code while the player's credentials are stored in a file. If the username and password do not match or is not found, an error message will pop up. If the user enters the proper login information for the organizer, it will direct him to this frame. In this Players tab, the organizer can view the entire list of all the players who are in the system. By clicking on the player's name, the text fields on the right will display their personal information. The organizer can edit the player's name, phone number, and age. The rest are disabled, only editable by the player themselves or not editable at all by anyone. The client can also clear dues by clicking the Clear Dues button. After making any changes, the camp organizer has to click the Update button for the information to be saved. The organizer also has the ability to create a new player profile. Clicking the button generates the player ID and a randomized password that cannot be altered. The client must fill in all the blanks to properly store the data. The organizer can also delete a player permanently with the click of this button. The name will be erased from the list and the player no longer exists. In the Match tab, the client can view all the matches that exist. Clicking on a match displays the two competing teams' names, the date, and the time of the match. The match ID is also displayed, but is not directly needed by the client. Similar to the Players tab, the client can add a new match, fill in the blanks, and save the information. The match ID is formulated with a common substring of the first 7 digits and is followed by a digit incrementing 1 from the previously created match. A list of all the players who registered for the particular match is displayed. It will change as more players register. The client can then decide to form teams for the match. Clicking the button takes a list of registered players and determines who gets a spot in the match. Before this can be done, there must be a minimum of 22 players who have registered to form 2 full teams. An error message is displayed if this is the case. Since there are no restrictions to the number of players who sign up, the program must select the 22 players. This is decided based on the player's priority and then on a first-come-first basis. After collecting the top 22 players for the match, the players are randomly divided into 2 teams. The user has the ability to randomize the players as many times as he wishes. Finally, the organizer can log out of the system with a confirmation message to ensure this action was intended. Now, if a player were to log in, they would have to use the player ID and password that was generated. Stored in a file, the program searches for the username and password and directs the players to their respective page. On the Personal Info panel, the player has the ability to edit their name, phone number, and age. The player can also edit their jersey number by entering a number into the text box. If the number is already taken by another player, an error message will be displayed. If they enter a valid jersey number, $10 will be added to their dues. This will occur every time they enter a new jersey number that isn't already taken. In the Matches tab, the player sees a panel similar to what the organizer viewed. However, the player is unable to edit any of the match's information. After selecting a match, the player can choose to register. If they click the priority checkbox before clicking the register button, they're indicating that they have a real tournament near the time of the match and hence have more importance in getting some practice. After the player is done registering, they click the logout button to exit the program.